Cameron Thompson is 13, and he's been a maths genius for as long as he can remember.
100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. I can't be bothered saying the rest. There's too many.
At age 10, he sat an online maths test.
141 out of 140. I broke the system. I think I did well.
At 11, he rattled through 2 GCSEs in maths and additional maths.
On regular maths, a star. Additional maths, which was for the very talented year 11s, a star.
And that same year, he passed his A-level with flying colours.
Yep, did it and aced it.
But his passion for maths has meant other normal childhood pursuits have taken a back seat. And being brilliant at maths has become his entire identity.
It made me feel really glad. It turned out that there was something I was good at, because I wasn't sure what my life's calling was then.
But now, for the first time, he's no longer getting 100%. He's in the middle of an open university degree, and he's struggling.
Do you think it's worth getting upset about?
To do it.
And he's just been told he's got Asperger's syndrome.
Oh. Seems like an exclamation for the fact I'm such a loser.
Everyone wants Cameron to be happy.
Well, most people my age do despise me. I've been like this for years. I'm used to being a nerd.
But with a new house and a new school to deal with, just as he's hitting his teenage years, the burning question is how.
I have the social ability of a talking potato.
These are the growing pains of a teenage genius.
One corridor.
Cameron lives in Wrexham in North Wales, in the suburb of Acton.
Dalek.
Yes,
Speak.
my vision is impaired. I cannot see.
Wrong one. Do what the manual says you should. Crazy thing. Dalek. Obey me.
Does not compute.
He lives with his parents and his 2 younger sisters, 10-year-old Beth and Emma, 11.
Cameron, he's really good at maths, but not some other subjects, and I'm good at the other subjects.
What subjects are you good at?
Art. And Cameron hates art.
I despise art in all its entity. I'm bad at it, and it's illogical. What is the actual meaning in art? What actually backs art up?
Not best balancing these boots.
His mum, Alison, teaches karate
That kind of thing.
and runs a karate academy with Dad, Rod. They met 17 years ago back home in Ireland. And although Rod is a computer scientist,
That's the one. Where is it now?
for some years now, Cameron's maths has been way beyond him.
What's an ellipsoid?
Ellipsoid.
But as Cameron gets further into his degree, he's finding the maths harder and his grades are slipping.
He's got a 76 for the first one and a 72 for the second one.
In percent. That's actually kind of low for me.
Because you're expected to explain things and you're not doing it.
I'm trying.
Well, I know that.
Cameron's mum and dad suspect that his problem with explaining things is linked to his Asperger's syndrome, a type of autism that can occasionally combine great mental prowess with communication problems.
Shut up, you little sound machine.
Cameron sees these quadratic equations and things I don't even know the names for, and he just sees the answer at the end, and his main problem is giving logical reasons, steps for why that's the answer, because sometimes I don't think he even necessarily knows, it just is.
Apparently a lot of people with Asperger's are really intelligent, high achievers. People like Einstein and Newton. It's only they were supposed Asperger's. My legs hurt. Crack, snap, crack. Come on.
Cameron's recent low grades in his maths degree have been worrying him, and his mum and dad want to help.
This does look like Venice 2.0.
His mum, Alison, has brought him to Trinity College, Cambridge.
Is he trapping sideways?
Yes, he appears to be. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Academic. I'm very excited and it looks a bit tall.
This is where many of the most brilliant maths kids go to university. And Cameron's meeting eminent maths fellow Professor Imre Leader.
I'm planning for the degree at 16.
Have you started?
Yeah, I've already got a certificate of mathematics.
Right, do come
Professor Leader will be assessing Cameron as he would any prospective Cambridge entrant. He wants to see how Cameron thinks.
Right. So you've been doing some Open University stuff?
Yeah.
How much have you been doing? An hour a day or just at the weekend or what?
More than an hour a day.
All right, let's ask you a question. So we've got a row of coins, lots of coins, 1,000 coins.
That's a lot of points.
And they're all heads up.
Okay.
Number 1, 2, up to 1,000. And I go along, and every second coin I turn over. So the second, the fourth, the sixth, I turn them all over back to tails.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I take every third coin, so coins number 3, 6, 9, and so on,
Yeah.
and turn all them over. So I guess coin number 6 is now back to being heads.
Yeah.
And so on, and so on, and so on, until eventually I turn over every 1,000th coin, i.e. the last coin. Here's the question. Which coins are heads up?
The prime numbers.
Why is that?
Because they aren't multiples of anything else other than themselves and, well, 1.
So the ones that go to heads
No,
are
wait, the heads up are the... The heads up will be the non-primes?
non-primes?
Or will they?
Or will they?
Let's see. All of them would be definitely tails down.
We ask them questions which are not standard. They're not rote questions. They can't be taught for. And we see how they cope with the questions. We ask them thinking questions, not boring A-level type rubbish rote questions. We ask them thinking questions and see how they cope.
Darn it, this is getting complicated. The square numbers?
Why the square numbers?
Because they'll be turned onto tails when they get done by that single factor, and then when they reach themselves, they'll be turned up again.
We see some people who are fabulous at doing the boring A-level stuff but can't think at all, so they'd be hopeless for Cambridge. We see other people who are a bit sloppy on the A-levels, but my goodness, they can really think.
And where did Cameron sort of fall into that?
He's definitely a thinker.
Enjoyed yourself there?
Yes.
Excellent. What did you think?
Yes.
Yeah. Give me a longer answer than yes?
No.
He clearly is a bright, lovely and thinking kid, but he's so young that it's very important he develops in the thinking way, and he mustn't just do more and more courses. He needs to get some enrichment going.
But Cameron is used to proof of how clever he is. Certificates and full marks on everything.
One of his assignments, 100%, 100%, 95%.
Slowing down his academic achievements is not part of his plan. And it's Cameron, not his parents, that drives this ambition to succeed.
Nobody did wrong on that one. What happens, according to you, if you don't get 100% on one of your maths assignments?
And sure, I end up as a hobo.
In long?
I end up failing the degree. I end up going for an easy job. I end up getting depressed because the easy job's too easy. I end up losing every job I get. I end up eating out of bins.
Fair enough.
I've gotten out of that. Now it's if I get below 70%.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Off you go.
I'm still not happy about anything below 80.
As well as stressing about his grades, Cameron has a new pressure to contend with. The family have just been told they've got to move.
We've lived here for about 2 years, but our lease has ended. The landlord wants us to go, so picked a new house. We got the stuff out the rough space, and We had to find somewhere to put it.
Mum and Dad are keen collectors and throw nothing away. They're moving quickly as change is unsettling for kids with autism. And Cameron's younger sister Emma is also on the autistic spectrum, but in a very different way to her brother. Emma doesn't speak and has learning difficulties.
Right.
She seems to be smarter than some people think. She's better than me at swimming, and she's almost better than me at swings.
There's 3 kids, 3 parts of the education system, 1 primary, 1 high school and university, and 1 special school, and you just deal with it and work it out.
Dad's found a house 5 miles away in the rural village of Rossett.
Sorry, can't help you. Why are you little? I don't like walking backwards up a set of stairs that I'm not even completely used to. Let's see, bed, cabinet, other bed, shelves. I think the chest of drawers might be going there. Desk, that chest of drawers, wardrobe, if I'm right.
He never likes moving house. I mean, nobody does. But yeah, I think it just sort of accentuates slightly his extremes.
Can't take much more of this, I'm exhausted.
Despite the stress, the move could have an upside.
New friends, new house, nice park, new place. We still have the shop, new shop next to, and it's going to be, I think, a completely fresh start.
But a fresh start for Cameron isn't so straightforward. A characteristic of Asperger's is a difficulty making friends.
I've got 3 main friends at school and 1 friend outside of school that I've kept for ages. The one outside of school, rarely see him face to face, haven't for over a year, but still keep in contact through World of Warcraft and Facebook.
Cameron wants to make friends in the real world. A new neighbourhood could mean new friends.
Yeah, so that's close enough to a ball swing. My look. I'm Cameron Thompson, Cert Math. I'm kind of a math genius. I'm doing a degree in maths. I've already done maths GCSEs, 2 of them, and a maths A-level.
Nice.
And my certificate of mathematics was a distinction. I'll have a degree when I'm 16.
Sometimes tact, I think it kind of goes right over his head.
He's got no tact.
He often, no.
Or you could have 3.5789 times 10 to the 20. You can't go beyond 10 to the 99.
Naive would be the best word for it.
That's quite sweet, isn't it?
It is, and he's a brilliant kid. He couldn't do enough for anybody.
Let's see, we got 2 Sky Plus HD boxes, a Sky Plus box, and 2 Sky regular boxes. And we do have a 50-inch TV in the living room. Our old house had a jacuzzi in it and 5 bedrooms.
Nice.
At the same time as sometimes he's oblivious, he's also very sensitive as well.
Do you know what age you are?
Reading age?
Yeah.
16 plus.
Mine's 12.
Pardon?
I'm not joking.
See ya. Gotta go. See ya. Seem like nice guys.
Next morning, it's back to school after a few days off to move house.
Don't forget. Time to get up.
Cameron's sisters both have schools to go to, but Rod's decided Cameron should go to a new one.
Right, okay, where are we now? Right.
Today. What would I do today?
Unhappy at his old school, this could give Cameron the chance to establish a whole new social life.
Point the tap at the basin. Head. You're a bit so patient, yes you are.
It gives me a chance to start again, so maybe I can actually work my way up the social ladder instead of just staying at the bottom. If I can make it to the middle, I'm less likely to be bullied there. Certainly not physically.
You can't go to school without shoes. Or car keys.
Until Rod and Alison find him a new school, Cameron will be working on his maths degree at home.
His needs are fairly unique, and that's the issue that we have. Cameron is 13. Now, he did 2 of his GCSEs when he was 11. He did his AS level at 12, his A level at 12. He did a university certificate in maths at 13. He's got cert maths after his name, and he's well on his way to do his honours degree at the minute. What we're looking for in a school isn't probably what people are normally looking for. You know, I think he will succeed academically wherever he is, because he clearly is very, very gifted. We need to give him a good balance. We need to cater for his emotional needs, we need to cater for his social needs, and really sort of develop a broad range of skills. You know, quite where we go when he hits sort of GCSE year and he turns up with an honours degree is going to be a strange one, but
So far, none of the local schools feel they have the resources to cope with a maths genius.
The start of the...
In the meantime, Cameron's left to his own devices to get on with his degree. But it's becoming a struggle, and Cameron is confused as to why.
So just explain it to me.
Basically, hold a piece of paper at a distance from the light bulb, move the distance until the spot of oil looks the same. What is it? See, that's the problem. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't see how another person thinks. I don't see how they can't understand something when I've explained it in my own way. Only a symptom of Asperger's is not twigging to social cues or not understanding how other people think, that kind of thing.
Cameron Thompson. Thank you.
Cameron's parents are up early trying to find a school.
Yeah, my husband left a message for him and he was told that the headmaster would call him back.
we'd like to meet him today.
Yeah, I mean, we were looking for ideally to meet him today, if that's at all possible. There's snowed under because it's the first day back.
A letter arrives from a school to which Cameron's parents have applied for a place.
Don't sit still. So changing schools is a major upheaval, you don't say. And
So moving house.
yeah, nobody banned you from doing that. Right, we would not be able to offer any more than the mail or don't have many resources, as many resources, should remain where you are.
Sick. They gave a letter basically saying they don't want me. They're lost.
This is what it's like. You know, everybody's got their own little job. You know, and if you don't fit nicely into their little box, you get sort of bounced around. Nobody quite knows what anybody else is up to. But you know, you talk to the right people, usually you get somewhere.
Keep trying to wait for people to ring us back, and everybody's busy, so nobody ever does, and you can't get anybody to answer the phone. You keep getting through. If you get through one level of voicemail, you hit the next one. So yes, we're being very busy, waiting for other people to hurry up and do something.
The past few days have been tough for Cameron.
I was sick this morning. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you panicking?
I'm stressed about moving still constantly, despite the fact of how we're doing.
I mean, we're doing okay.
I know. I'm still stressed.
Night, monkey.
Alison receives a call. There's a school nearby that might have a place.
That's better.
We're gonna go to the school, yes?
Yes.
You looking forward to it?
Yes.
Look around a new place.
Yes.
We'll see what you think, we'll see what we think, they'll see what they think of us.
Yes.
Next morning.
Pretty boy, down. I know, I heard you. We're looking for smart but casual.
We're looking for gifted, not weird.
What about both?
Oh, and what shoes are you wearing?
The only pair that fit. Damage, we need to get there 2 minutes ago.
Roderick! What? Have we got the address programmed in?
Mum, could that drive? You can make it down 2 minutes ago.
Darland's school seems like a perfect fit.
Whoa, this corridor's...
Not only is it nearby, it also has a centre that specialises in looking after kids who are on the autistic spectrum.
So it's more like a safe haven.
I gotta sneeze. Need sunlight.
Thank you.
The centre is run by Mrs. Moore.
Hand in hand with that fantastic brain of yours, you need to be able to deal with all these quirky things called human beings. And I think what we could offer you is a chance to learn how to make friends, because that's a good thing to do, isn't
So how
it?
to make friends I need. Usually I end up with a group of like 3 of them. Darland seems like a very good school for me. She said about something to help me with my social skills. I'll be among other kids with Asperger's doing the same course, and that sounds like it'll be very helpful.
Hello?
The following day, Cameron's got a place at Darland. He's getting the fresh start he's been looking for.
Hello, school's gonna be fun today. Hope I make a decent first impression. I want to start off by getting a decent amount of friends, unlike normal, but what you gonna do?
Right, Mum?
Sorry, no new shoes.
For pity's sake, seriously.
How do you feel about your new school?
This is gonna be epic.
I'm going to hold hands with you, Adam.
He goes off and he's so full of hope and this is going to be great, and he goes off so bouncy.
I took Mum's fashion advice, top button undone.
It is nice to see when he gets knocked down one, and I just hope that, yeah, it's going to... I mean, life is not a bowl of cherries, as my dad always said to me, and it doesn't work out.
Do you want to sit there and then you're in your space, aren't you? Okay, and I'm just visiting you.
Cameron gets his new uniform, and in the centre he gets his own area, which will be his for the rest of the year.
They've got a little desk for him, and they've got all the other kids to put little welcome notes all around his desk.
Oh, that's lovely. So yeah, we'll leave him to get on with it and not be embarrassing parents hanging around on him.
I'm going to start off with art. What are your artistic skills like? Can you draw? Can you paint? Are you creative?
No, Anna.
Instead of being taught maths by the school, Cameron will work on his degree within the safety of the unit, where the kids on the autistic spectrum find refuge from the main playground.
Maths, I'll be coming here, I'm guessing.
That's right. You're here on your OU stuff. I think you'd enjoy
I'm
it.
interested in history. I've noticed how history seems to repeat itself all the time. Like Hitler going into Russia near the winter, like he didn't learn from Napoleon.
That's right. He should have learnt his lesson, shouldn't he? They never do.
History's constantly repeating himself, and we're constantly going through wars. The only difference every time is more advanced technology.
Before the other pupils arrive, Mrs. Moore wants to show Cameron around the school to settle him in.
Because you're with me, right? Usually, you're only allowed to go up these stairs. What's going to change, though, when you're with your form class?
It's probably going to get a bit noisier.
A bit noisier. Spot on.
I can just imagine the sound of clicking.
Clicking.
Okay, students, now go to this website. Click, click, click.
What do you think the other noise could be?
Talking.
I don't understand this. I'm stuck. People who aren't quite as good as you. Are you going to be able to cope with that?
Yeah.
Good. Well done.
I do feel cleverer than other people a lot of the time.
What's it like living with that? Because I don't know what that's like.
It's just awkward. Try to just be me.
But the thing is, you see, from my point of view as your teacher, it's you being you, but it's you being you with people around you. I'd like to think that you could go to the cinema or the theatre or walk down a street and feel okay. I mean, do you go into town on your own?
Actually, no. Don't meet my friends in person besides school.
Right. So we've got to really try and get that skill level up, haven't we?
Yep.
Okay, and that's a lovely smile. Right, come on, let's go.
I can just imagine. Teacher says, do not press this button. Next thing you know, half the computer explodes.
You have such understanding, young man.
Mrs. Moore wants Cameron to meet Tim, another pupil with Asperger's with whom she thinks he'll get along.
Right, do you want to sit there? Because sometimes you're allowed to sit there at break, aren't you?
That direction's free.
Tim is teaching Cameron the laws of the playground.
Nothing in this direction. But there's the bus park where year 11s and idiots hang out. And then near to that, there's the sports hall, which nobody likes. And then there's a load of grass. And field. Then there's a tennis course, which is the year 10 yard. And the hard part on the yard is because... Oh, are you okay?
Sunlight makes me sneeze.
As I've said, there are quite a few idiots. I mean, and half the girls have no standards. Oops, anyway. I mean, they're all obsessed with Bieber. I mean, no wonder I can get a girlfriend because of that Bieber. I mean, they listen to Bieber. I mean, who in their right mind would listen to Bieber?
I know, if nobody listened to Bieber, he'd die of anti-listenitis.
You know what the funny thing is? My little brother listens to Bieber. He's obsessed with that baby.
Kill him.
I want to.
Kill Bieber!
Exactly. What are you doing?
Grenading.
What are you doing?
Oops, sound tax.
Have you seen Bieber gets hit by a bottle?
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Oh, there was Oh.
He deserved it.
Exactly.
He's torturing us with his music.
We'll probably be good friends for quite a while.
Yeah, I've managed to keep a previous friend for like 4-ish years.
Thanks, it's windy outside. It's amazing to have a new friend because he's funny when he does things like gets a gun out or every time he hears the word Bieber, he goes, kill Bieber. And then he also is, as I mentioned, a person who likes the same sort of computer games as me. Just go on the internet, multiplayer stuff, and then got loads of people who like stuff on the internet. The main thing that keeps us together is we both agree on the fact that Bieber is an idiot.
Unfortunately, the pheromone...
I've never met anybody like Cameron Thompson before. He's a very delightful and interesting young man. He's going to give us lots of challenges because obviously we're operating a normal system here. But I think he's got a place. And at least he's got a friend.
Cameron has survived his first day at his new school.
Oi, Cam!
Yeah?
Do I have to put you in the rack and stretch you out? How was it?
Good. Awesome. I met a cool kid called Timothy. Call him Tim. He plays Command & Conquer games.
But while the academic day is over for the other 13-year-olds, Cameron has constant deadlines for his degree.
Cameron, not doing it for you.
On his last assignment, his explanations weren't clear and his marks suffered.
It doesn't read nicely.
So, is that the value he obtained, or is that the actual luminosity of the sun?
Right, I obtained.
It's not that clear.
Keep going. No, I think that works fine.
That's
an ugly
it's
sound.
how abstract.
That's fine. Move on. Write the next bit.
I'm not sure.
It's a problem now affecting all of his work.
He's panicking.
Sorry, but how is he?
Completely freaking out at the minute. He had an university assignment that was due to go in today. And all the answers are there, but none of the explanations or anything, and he hasn't followed the structure of it. Alison normally sort of just does a final check on him. We said, but how does that happen? You haven't said why, you haven't said how, you haven't said anything. He said, but it just does. He just completely dissolved into tears. Now he's completely panicking.
Why are you so panicked, Cameron?
He's got me sent in today and I don't know how to explain it. I need to make this first section count for 100 words and I've still got 6 more words to go and I can't think of anything to use.
You gotta remember, Cameron, all you need to do is break it down, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't panic about sort of huge big blocks of it. It's in your head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So, out of there, onto there.
Okay.
Come on, calm down. Calm. Calm down. Do you feel sick?
Yes.
Stop. Come on, take a break. Cameron.
Beth, toilet roll on.
Breathe in and out. Come on, slow it.
Cameron, I know this is important to you.
Yes.
But put this in context. Do you really think it's that important? Do you really think it's worth getting upset about?
I want to do it.
Grace, come on, slow it down.
Cameron, you don't have to do any of this. How much sleep did you get last night?
Not much. I couldn't get to sleep. I was worrying.
Oh, Cameron. Cameron. Do you know what happened to Daddy about a few weeks ago? Cam? I had to do something for work, yeah? And it was really, really important. And do you not remember Daddy was sitting upstairs getting completely stressed out about it?
No.
Yeah? And I did it till really, really late. Yeah? When I was stressed. Cam, shh. Right? And when I went back and looked at it, Cameron, it wasn't very good. But when I left it and came back to it, I did a really, really good job in about half the time. How about World of Warcraft or Call of Duty?
Can I finish off the abstract first? Because that's the bit that is worrying me a bit if it isn't done.
Okay, you can finish off the abstract, but if you start crying, you're not allowed to.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Because if it upsets you, there's no point in doing it. Even if you don't get it in tomorrow and you don't pass this course, what does that really mean?
I have to admit I am 13.
Yeah, exactly. So what does it mean?
Drop the course and try again or something?
Yeah. So what's the worst that can happen?
Not much.
Right.
My head explodes.
Yeah. What's the worst that can happen?
My head explodes from headache.
Yep.
Not even so bad.
Is it really that bad?
No.
Can you eat breakfast now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
And Cam,
Yeah.
I'll take you to sweet shop later. Okay? Crisis averted.
I am a bit worried about failing the OU. Just am, despite the fact that technically I shouldn't be doing it for about more than 5 years. I'm still worried.
Yeah. Theoretically, by age 16, you've got your degree. Where does your life go then?
Then I go on to masters.
You're going to do a master's at age 16?
I'm planning.
Wow. So you've got a game plan for the rest of the next 10 years?
Yeah.
Wow. What I'm concerned about is the part of you that has to deal with other people in the world, other human beings, and people your age, because you need friends as well, don't you? It's not enough just to have exam certificates, is it? You need some sort of social life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Over the next couple of days, Cameron gets down to some serious study. He has to catch up.
I'm not sure what exactly happened. I was doing the observational activities and then woke up in bed.
And he's working all hours.
I'm effectively, almost, by the end of tomorrow, caught up with mathematics. Tired. Hello again, it's Sunday today and we've just finished with a big single button press that ends every assignment.
2 weeks later than planned, he's up to date.
Is it done?
Cameron's juggling his degree work with school, and during the day he spends his time with Tim, and their friendship has blossomed.
Right, sit down, boys, let's have a chat. Tim, did you manage to close the door? Thank you. Right. Year 9. How's it going, Cameron?
Good.
You enjoying it?
Yes.
Being in school is tough for most people, but with a friend you can get through it. Do you agree? Just about, okay. Well, we're very pleased that...
torture.
Torture. School's always torture. No, I mean, I'm very pleased that both of you, you've got shared interests, you like each other, and when it's social time, you've got somebody to talk to. Do Do you agree?
Yes.
I'm just going to comment on your fact you said to get through school you need a friend. That's not true. In modern schools you need an AK-47 because of all these things I noticed going on.
Yes, but that's not legal, is it, Tim?
And it's not the barrel.
And it's not the way to get through life, is it?
No.
No. So.
Nah, they will be the new Osama bin Laden. In fact, the new Al Qaeda.
Well, that's not quite what the sort of future I see for you. So Tim will give you advice. You can give Tim advice, because sometimes you lose control, don't you, Tim, and get cross.
Yesterday was sports day, so I was a bit more stressed than usual. I mean, what's the point in it anyway?
Well, all schools have sports days.
Yep, because of the curriculum which was made by a conservative government which explains it.
No, it always has been. I mean, even communist countries have sports days. This is something that happens in schools. You have to go with it, Tim. Right?
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. It's just this, well, all it provides is a temporary boost of self-esteem and fitness, both of which can also be earned through doing things in PE, but so there's not really much difference there. Secondly, there's a lot of loud noise. I'm not really one for extremely loud noises, and I just always get a headache at the end of the day.
I'm not one for that.
And then thirdly, every time I tell people to be quiet, I have worms thrown at me.
So, boys, what are the challenges for the rest of Year 9? Because Year 10... Wow, that's the right word. You need to survive. You need to maintain your friendship with Tim. Okay? And you need to help each other. So every time there's an obstacle, you say, Tim, what did you do when this happened to you? And he might be able to give you good advice. Right, so do you think that you could help each other?
Yes. To a certain extent, you know.
Yes.
They've been like two little halves of something that's come together because they share interests and they have the same quirky sense of humour and they like each other. They enjoy each other's company.
I can never complete Sudoku because I look at what they are, and then when I get stuck on the obvious ones, I look, what can't it be? And then knock it all off. Then I look, what could it be? And then I can't decide.
For a start in a new school, he's been lucky to find Tim. Tim is a pretty unique young man in his own right. So to have come across him, I think that's quite a good omen for the future.
Any other questions? Come on, bring it on.
See if you can solve all the questions in here.
Okay.
Just as Cameron's life begins to look more recognisably like that of a teenager, there is bad news from the Open University on another maths assignment.
Have you seen his paper that he got back?
No, it vanished.
You should have a look at it.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mind you, I've got to say, it is really, really strict what you've got to do.
Yeah.
You know, you get the question, 2 plus 2. And if you write under it 4, nope, you don't get full marks for that.
In his first year, his marks were in the 80s, putting him in the top 0.5%.
It's not a serious.
Now he's got another low mark, 72%, and he's been asked to come to the university.
Whoa! The comments were, I need to try better explaining. I tried, I'm not good at explaining. To me, it usually looks like, oh, that's explained.
Although 72% is a great mark, it's not enough to secure the distinction he wants. No one knows if this is because of his age or his Asperger's.
The $1 million question. Would he be able to better explain himself if everything was put on hold for a year or two? You probably could answer that question easier if he didn't have Asperger's. But one of the defining features of Asperger's is an inability to be able to see things from somebody else's perspective.
His tutor, Angie Shear-Jones, is also worried, as the degree is about to get even harder.
There were 3 marks for doing what I would have considered basically nothing. But I'm staggered at the number of students that actually didn't get all 3 marks for it. And it's because of that I wanted to pick up on it. Although Cameron's actually producing some very good work, it's becoming more and more evident that his ability to communicate the results that he's actually getting is lessening as the course is progressing. It's about language that we're using. The definitions need to be there and need to be clear. Every step counts. If the information I'm looking for isn't there, he doesn't get the grade for it. There's a lot going on in your head. If you can put it down in paper for me, in a way that can enable me to give you the marks for it, then you'll get an assignment back that says, Ray, brilliant, I'm doing brilliant at this. Yeah, and better yet, we might learn something new from you. So you might not be the one that makes the discovery of the fastest way to get us to Mars, but you might be the one that gives us the
Human
maths.
catapult.
Yeah. But you might be the one that gives us the maths that enables us to find it.
I'll give it a shot.
To pretend there isn't a problem, you know, would be a waste of Cameron's time and effort as well. And I think he'd look back and say, well, OK, I got the degree, but it doesn't mean anything because actually he'd want to do it again later.
Cameron will only be able to continue with his degree if the results of his next paper show signs of improvement.
I definitely want to carry on and that. And I'm going to have to try explaining things, try and see how other people see.
Do you feel confident about that?
Well, confident-ish about it. I'm going to try.
You worried about your assignment?
Slightly.
Why do you want to do all this studying if it stresses you?
I only cause the stress myself. I still want to do the studying.
Well, if you know you cause the stress yourself, why don't you stop it?
I don't know. I try. Is that Asperger's?
I don't know, is it?
Self-inflicted torment?
But still fun.
Yeah. I'm so cold. I'm dying. Force fight.
What's your burger? Yeah.
Please. Yay.
What are you getting up? Go on.
Ow, ow, ow. I need to stretch my legs before something sets.
Come on.
That's close.
It's half term, but that doesn't mean Cameron gets a break from his studies. His assignment has to be in by the end of the week. But inspired by his new social life at school, Cameron's parents have invited Jonathan, a kid from their karate class, on a day out to a games expo.
We might get to have a preview of Call of Duty at this geek convention.
It's not a geek convention.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's a video game convention.
Well, yeah, I have to admit. Hey, do you want to have a go at Call of Duty at some point?
Which one? Black Ops.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or if we can, Modern Warfare 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not being stabbed.
What about hanging out with Cameron?
It's fun. He's very imaginative.
The Games Expo is a geek's paradise.
This place is unusual. I hope they're careful. Those helmets could poke someone's eye out.
You see him?
Is that Captain Rex? I swear it is. I don't know. Let's sneeze on it.
Because we're the same age and we're into a lot of the same things. He likes Doctor Who, I like Doctor Who.
What about girls?
I don't know, you'll have to ask him. I'm gonna get those guns to kill you.
I'll just grab a rapid-fire Gatling sniper rifle.
But in the Doctor Who area, Cameron is about to meet his match.
Not many people understand what happened at the end of the last series with the Pandorica and that. I do.
What happened?
Do you want to finish off? Tracks were appearing all throughout time and space. Apparently they were the Doctor's fault, but they weren't. Time was collapsing. The Doctor was locked in the Pandorica, but actually he was the only person who could save them. When the Pandorica closed, time started to end. However, the future Doctor went back, told Rory to open the Pandorica to basically get the former Doctor out.
Get the Doctor to go in a message, and then suddenly 2,000 years later, Amy is met with Amelia.
Yeah, Amy's in the Pandorica. She gets free by her former self. Then
She dies and then comes back to life.
well, she didn't necessarily. She didn't. No, she almost died. She wasn't completely dead.
Don't like it. Scobby.
She's interested in Doctor Who.
Exactly, Scobby.
Oh, Put your eye on someone else.
Please be careful.
Please be careful that he doesn't bang me into a wall.
She likes the same things as me. She even knows about World of Warcraft.
She was wearing no shoes.
I can't be bothered wearing these things. Hey, I was wondering if I could get your name so I can talk to you about Dog Day 1 on Facebook.
Sabi. C-A-B-I.
Do I have to hand it?
On there.
Yeah, I don't have to hand it back.
Yeah.
But apparently he's got our contact details. I mean, yes. So at the very least you can have Facebook conversations or text with her or something.
My friend, she just got it wrong.
Almost. Hey, close. I was close.
Brilliant. Social interaction, hooray.
I think maybe the doctor that gets shot by the astronaut, maybe. We just think he died. But
he can't die, and trust me, they can't burn him. They can't burn him. Doctor Who's earning BBC too much money.
Half term is nearly over. Cameron now has to put his teenage pursuits aside to focus on his degree.
Bring it on.
He has to prove in his next assignment that he can get the thought process out of his head and onto paper.
X equals 3, so... 4n is equal to 1 plus 3, and question 1, C. Seeing what I can see out in the sea. Now, let's see if I can do question C. For start, using rule 1, I obtain yada yada yada. Then, the only 3 zeros of P of x must reside within the open interval -2, 2. Thank you. Good night. This paper is quite important because it's primarily explanations, so I have to do well here. I'm desperate to get a degree. I'm desperate to achieve.
All that remains is to post it.
Oh, wait. Oh, that's a dog crap bin. It's a dog crap bin. I'm not shoving this in there.
The result of this assignment will decide his academic future. Half term is over.
I hate being a new kid. Ugh.
I think it's fun. I'm really popular. I was lucky because the first person I found was a really popular one.
I was unlucky. The first person I found...
10 people.
Unfortunately, I have to say this about Tim. Sorry, Tim, but... No, not popular.
Bye. Bye.
We made a friend. He wasn't that popular, and now I'm dragged down. I don't care. Tim's awesome.
I came in.
He told me a secret code in Call of Duty to unlock a new zombie mode.
I know.
The Dead Ops arcade one.
No.
You run around and shoot in all directions, and you can have up to 4 people in dying.
I played it. I played it.
Try it again. Yeah, this is you. See you, Beth.
With his unconventional take on the world, Cameron usually finds school tough. But he's met Tim, who also has a unique charm and intelligence.
Still fight. There, I'm on.
The two of them have clicked, and Tim's realised the benefits of having a maths genius for a new best friend.
Think you can sort this out for me? 2-part sheet. Think you can solve these out for me?
18.6. Seriously, do you call these questions? For 15A, the answer's 8.
Wow. This was actually a GCSE test. Sorry about my notes I put down. I can't read my handwriting, so I use diagrams after. That's how I work out multiplication, you know.
Isn't it fine?
This isn't homework.
That's simple.
Is it?
Cameron's been waiting for the mark on his last paper. He sent it off a week ago.
Nervous?
Yes!
You're a bit jiggly, aren't you, really? Happy, yes.
He's meeting Jane Williams, the head of the course, to get his mark. If he's shown he's understood what he's doing wrong, he'll be allowed to continue the study.
Hi, Cameron. Hi, Alison. And hi, Rod.
If not, he'll have to put his degree on hold.
Sit over here.
Cameron's hoping for 80% or more.
Okay.
No, 77. I hoped for 80.
You cannot expect the same results at this level than you got when you were doing GCSE stuff.
No. It doesn't work like that. And you can't... I mean, it's like I keep saying to you, Cameron, I mean, these professors in universities doing all this high stuff, they get stuff wrong.
Don't be disappointed, Cameron, because it really is good news that you've listened to what's been said and clear improvement. So that's great. Still got a way to go, but that's fine. That's why you're a student and, you're not sitting where I'm sitting. So don't worry about that. You can learn about it.
Yeah. Lower my self-expectations?
Well, not lower, just don't be so hard on yourself if you don't quite reach what you were hoping for.
I was a bit disappointed. I expected above 80. I'm desperate to achieve. I'm desperate to get high marks. Too hard on myself.
Two months ago, Cameron went to Cambridge to meet Professor Leader, a world-renowned mathematician and fellow at Trinity College. Now Professor Leader has come to Wrexham. He's worried that Cameron is moving ahead too fast with his exams, and he might lose interest. Professor Leader wants to talk to Cameron about his maths future.
There's quite an important distinction between progressing, taking lots of exams as fast as you can, getting 4, 5, 6 years ahead of yourself, and relaxing and enjoying the level you're at, what we call enrichment, doing some harder thinking material on your own level of maths. And that's often a more fruitful thing in the long run. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Hi. Hello, I'm Imre. Hi, nice to meet you. Hello, how are you?
That's the bathroom. That's my parents. This is mine. Typical teenage room-ish.
How many Daleks have you got?
Do you count Davos as a Dalek?
Yes.
Then 10.
Wow.
I think the big question for me, though, comes down to ultimately, where is he going?
He's got to do a first degree, not a master's. That'll also be a disaster. So do with kids of his own age at university. He's got to. If he's done the OU degree, big deal. He can do it all again at Cambridge or Oxford or whatever. No problem at all. So if you're doing something early and you can absolutely ace it and destroy it and kill it, it's trivial for you, that's probably okay. If you're not getting 99%, I actually no point in doing it.
I'd probably explode if the Open University stopped, certainly before the degree. In fact, I want to even go past the degree.
Why do you want to get a degree? Why don't you choose something else?
I don't know why I specifically wanted the degree.
Yes, you've got a piece of paper. Degree doesn't count for much, that piece of paper. It's nice to learn stuff, but it's really nice to think about it. That's how advances get made. That's how you'll understand more about stuff, actually. There are these very, very nice things called the National Maths Summer School. These are like summer camps for about 40 kids, and they're brilliant because you have 40 kids. Each of them is the best kid in their school. Everyone else in their school thinks is a weirdo or a geek, and they find people like them. And it's just wonderful. It's such a good time.
You have to see, well, there's an enthusiastic response. Can I go?
I think you've also got to chuck into the mix the fact he's got Asperger's.
Well, they all do that. That's he's compared to lots of the kids. He's completely 100% normal compared to lots of. If you see a kid walking around college who looks really weird, you'll often say, oh, that's a mathematician, and you'll probably be right. So it's not that most mathematicians are weird, but most of the weird ones are mathematicians.
Yeah, long-term goal, entering Cambridge.
That would be nice. That's a great goal to have, entering Cambridge. Very good goal. Nice to see you all.
Thanks for your advice. I'll look forward to meeting somebody
And do keep in touch.
Bye.
Cameron,
Bye. Bye. Bye.
His early achievements are impressive so far in terms of the things that don't really matter, like A-levels, which are all just rote. He hasn't yet started doing competition-type things or Olympiad things, so I can't tell how good he is in that sense. We certainly have 14-year-olds who challenge for the Olympiad team, for example. I don't think he's there yet. But we'll see what happens. He seems certainly in the mix of that, I would have thought. Does he have to get in Cambridge? I can't be certain. I would guess very much yes. So I hope to see him in about 4 years' time knocking on our door.
Professor Leader has provided Cameron with another option in life. Instead of fast-forwarding through exams and qualifications, he could slow down and do a degree at Cambridge at 18.
He taught me that you need to go behind the scenes in maths. Not just on the surface, but deep within. And, as Lida said, there's other people like me, high maths abilities, bad school lives. I am not alone. Spooky.
Cameron is growing up.
Mum first noticed moustache. She saw it and told me about it. Not long after that, Beth accidentally ripped it off with a piece of sellotape.
You don't know what's going to happen. He's a teenager.
Yes, he is.
Decide, I don't want to do maths. I'm more interested in women. Yeah, well, you know, you never know. You never know.
The flying pig.
Cameron has been on his first date without his parents.
I started becoming interested in women about a few months ago. I started to like him instead of be disgusted by him.
And now he's 14. He's happy with his new friends and has a plan for his future. The growing pains are easing up for this teenage genius.
It was awesome.
Okay, the kid is good at maths. Big hooray! What is so great about knowing 2 + 2 =... Coming up in half an hour on 3, it is the brand new series of mongrels. Oh my god, I am so pumped. I can barely contain my waters.